I went to Paris, took a picture of the Eiffel Tower at night. 2 days later I'm in jail. They want me to pay $150,000. They sued me, they beat me, they fingered. But why? Because what I did is illegal. So in the end, could your vacation picture really land you in court? Well, it turned out that the Eiffel Tower slides are under tighter security than the Mona Lisa, and one bad upload can cost you more than your entire trip, even up to 150,000 euro. Or dollar. And maybe it's not just the Eiffel Tower, but other buildings as well, all across the world. And because of that, I spent the past few days digging through French law, so you don't have to. So let's begin. I can tell you that you can take as many pictures of the Eiffel Tower as you want during the day. Post it, print it, sell it on a mug, you are good. But once the sun goes down and those famous lights switch on, the game changes. And that's because the lights, the beautiful golden glow, the sparkling effect are actually considered a separate piece of art. The Eiffel Tower and its lights are totally different things, according to France. And by their lawyer. The lights were added in 1985 by a lighting engineer named
Video.
He designed the entire illumination system as an artistic installation. And here is where it gets a little technical. Under French copyright law, artistic works are protected for 70 years after the creator's death. So even though the tower itself was built in 1889, the lighting design isn't. As the lights were added in 1985, that means until at least 2055 you technically need permission to use photos or videos of the Eiffel Tower at night if you are going to do anything with them beyond personal use. But it's even getting weirder, because maybe, and just maybe, Eiffel Tower is not the only thing that you can be sued for. We can both agree that the Eiffel Tower and its lights feel like the same thing, but legally it's not. And this is the part most tourists don't know. You are standing there, snapping photos like everyone else, thinking it's just a beautiful memory, and you could accidentally step into legal hot water without even realizing it. Okay, so at this point you are probably as confused as me. Wait, how is this even a thing? Aren't we allowed to take pictures of the stuff that's out in public? Great question, because that's where something called freedom of panorama comes in. In simple terms, it's a law that lets people take and use pictures of buildings, sculptures or artwork that are permanently placed in public spaces, like parks or city streets, without having to ask permission or pay for it. If it's in public, it should be public, right? And a lot of countries agree with that. Places like the UK, Germany, the US, they have pretty generous freedom of panorama laws. If you are in London and snap a photo of Big Ben lit up at night, no one is going to sue you for putting it on a t-shirt. But France? France is fucking ass. France doesn't fully play along. France is like the weird new kid in your school. They have a limited version of the law. You can take pictures of public structures during the day, that's fine, but when it comes to artistic additions, like lighting, projections or temporary displays, things get, let's say, a bit tricky. And that's why the Eiffel Tower's nighttime light show is treated differently. It's not just a building anymore. It's a building with copyrighted artwork on it. And under EU Directive 2001/29/EC, yeah, boring name I know, each country can decide whether or not to allow full freedom of panorama. And France chose to limit it. They chose violence. So legally, a nighttime photo of the Eiffel Tower includes copyrighted artwork, and using it in a commercial way, like selling prints, using it in ads, or even putting it on a YouTube thumbnail, might get flagged. Though this isn't something that's heavily policed every single day. But the law is there, and law doesn't sleep. The rule exists, and if you cross the line, even accidentally, you could technically be violating copyright law. It's one of those rare times where what your eyes see in public doesn't actually belong to the public. But who the fuck exactly owns the rights to these lights? Like, is there a person out there watching the Eiffel Tower every night with a copyright clipboard? Or what? Not quite, but there is an organization behind it. It's called SET, short for
Société d'exploitation de la Tour Eiffel.
Sounds fancy, but they are basically the company that runs the Eiffel Tower. They handle the operations, maintenance, events, and the copyrights as well. They are the official rights holders of the lighting installation. That means, if you want to use a photo or video of the Eiffel Tower lit up at night for anything commercial, you technically need to ask them for permission. Actually, they've got an entire section on their website about this. They explain that the nighttime illumination is protected under French copyright law, and they actively manage and license the use of these images. For example, if a brand wants to use a night shot of the Eiffel Tower in an ad, they have to go through SET to get approval and usually pay a fee. And here is where things get more interesting. Even news outlets, in some cases, have to double-check usage rights when showing nighttime footage. But are they actually out there hunting down every tourist on Instagram who posts a selfie? Probably not. But if you are selling prints, uploading stock footage, making a book cover, or using the sparkling shot in a monetized YouTube video, there is a chance that SET might reach out. And they have done it before. But the good news is that if you really want to use the image commercially, you can. You just need to go through the official process. But let's clear up the big question that everyone has at this point. Can I post my Eiffel Tower night photo on Instagram? The short answer is yes. If you are just posting it for fun or for your friends, that falls under personal use. But once you start crossing into commercial use, that's where things get fuzzy. So what counts as personal use, commercial use, and what's the gray zone?
Safe zone for personal use.
You post the picture on your personal Instagram or Facebook. You send it to friends, or you include it in a private photo album.
Gray zone get you in trouble.
You use the photo on a monetized blog, you upload a YouTube video with the image as the thumbnail, or you use it as part of a business website, even just as decoration.
Red zone, which is definitely risky.
You sell prints of the photo online, you use it in an advertisement, or you upload it to a stock photo site for others to download. In these cases, you are making money from the image, and that's the kind of usage of SET is most likely to come after. But to be frank, most tourists aren't being targeted. And of course, there are some myths as well, which is better to clarify.
Myth numero 1.
They will sue you just for posting a photo. If you are a regular tourist posting a night photo on your personal social media, nobody's coming after you. The law technically applies, yes, but it's rarely enforced unless it's commercial.
Myth numero 2.
As long as I give credit, I am safe. No. Giving credit is great and respectful, but it doesn't replace a license. Just like saying credit to Beyoncé doesn't give you the right to use her music in your videos.
Myth numero 3.
It's just an Instagram post, that's not commercial. False. Or okay, actually it depends. If your account is monetized, meaning you are making money from ads, and that can be considered as commercial use.
Myth numero 4.
They can't really track this stuff. You would be actually surprised. Big organizations like SET sometimes work with companies that use automated tools to scan websites, stock photo libraries, and commercial platforms for copyrighted material. It's like Google reverse image search, but on steroids. Yeah! So they might not catch everything, but they can find your content. Alright, so the Eiffel Tower at night is copyrighted. But it's not the only one. There are other landmarks around the world that look totally public, but they are secretly wrapped up in copyright laws too. You know that big shiny structure with silver balls connected by tubes? Not that one, the other one. That's the Atomium in Brussels, one of Belgium's most iconic buildings. And yeah, it's fully copyrighted. You can't use pictures of it commercially without permission, not even on postcards or websites. The organization behind it is actually known for being super strict, maybe even more strict than for the Eiffel Tower. The next one is Sydney Opera House. At night. This one is sneaky. During special events like the Vivid Sydney Light Festival, the Opera House gets covered in colorful projections and animations. And those lights, protected. So even if the building itself is okay to photograph, those special designs are considered separate artwork. And the next one is probably a bit surprising. The Eiffel Tower. But in Las Vegas. So even the fake Eiffel Tower in Vegas has rules. Paris Las Vegas Hotel owns it, and if you use images of it in a commercial way, then...
Another one.
You're joking. Not another one?
The Louvre Pyramid. Even though it's in a public square, its design was copyrighted, and for years there was debate over how and when people could use images of it in commercial settings. Some of that has changed since the author passed away, but it's still a legal grey area in some cases. Thus, there is just one thing left.
Watch my videos all of at the same fucking time. Watch it 1, 2, 3, 5 times a day. Don't miss any of it.
Did you just finish with him?
Watch it over and over again. Help me reach 4,000 hours of watch time, and I can become a full-time content creator by earning $5 a day. Don't miss the chance. All I need is you. Help me.